Hi everyone, my name is Gretel von Bargen and I teach International Baccalaureate Biology at Skyline High School. In this module, we're going to be talking through how do you conceptualize learning? What does learning look like, either in person or remote?
I absolutely love classroom teaching, and I pride myself on creating lessons that are engaging, interactive, effective, and fun. When I conceptualize what learning will look like in my classroom, I try to honor the golden rule of virtually every philosophy, from great Chinese thinkers, Greek philosophers, the Jewish, Christian, and Islamic scriptures. The golden rule is some form of treat others as you wish to be treated. This philosophy guides my vision during lesson planning and classroom management. I ask myself, how would I want to be treated if I was a student in this classroom? What types of lessons would I want to be learning from? How would I want to feel? What types of interactions would I want with my teacher and my classmates? What flexibility and choice would I want? Using the golden rule as a guide requires that I remain connected to what my students are thinking and feeling. I recognize that at the heart of learning from a teacher is an effective relationship, and at the heart of effective relationships are meaningful connections. For me, connection with kids is another tenet of my conceptualization of learning in my classroom. I want my classroom to feel safe, supportive, welcoming for all of my students. And then in March, boom! COVID forced our school buildings to close and a shift to remote teaching and learning. We needed to pack up our spaces, leaving empty classrooms behind. My days shifted from being in a place of energy, enthusiasm, and vibrancy to the solitude and monotony of my home office. I went from preparing labs in my classroom to doing experiments in my kitchen. From kids doing hands-on science to me demonstrating science, hoping the students might try things at home. My social and professional interactions with colleagues were gone, and I had new co-workers distracting me from my work. I went from seeing hundreds of kids daily to seeing the same one kid, my own son, all day, every day. From having a live audience for a lesson to having just me, alone. Most impactfully, the connections with kids went from seeing their faces daily to only seeing some of their faces, and only some of the time. There was a lot of quick change, and for me, the school closure initially engulfed me in a wave of grief. I missed my students. I mourned the lost time and the change in our learning routine. However, I knew that as their teacher, I needed to model social and emotional coping skills such as resilience and grit. Faced with new challenges, I needed to form a new concept of what teaching and learning would look like and feel like for my students and I. So I went back to the visualization of what I wanted teaching and learning to look and feel like under the new realities, and I found myself relying on some of the same two tenets, the golden rule and connection with kids. Once again, I asked myself, how would I want to be treated if I was a student in this virtual classroom? What types of lessons would I want to be learning from? How would I want to feel? What types of interactions would I want with my teacher and my classmates? What flexibility and choice would I want? I let the answers to these questions guide my remote teaching lessons and interactions with students. Taking the time to create a concept of learning has been a powerful planning and reflection tool for me throughout my 18-year teaching career, and a skill that benefits educators and learners across grade bands. So, now we're going to spend some time conceptualizing what teaching and learning looks like in the Issaquah School District, whether remote or live, synchronous or asynchronous.